Hello. Welcome to card class for this evening, for the month. I hope you had a joyous Christmas and hope you're having a great week in between and enjoying the holidays and eating the leftovers and all that good stuff. That is what I had for dinner before coming on tonight. I had leftovers. Um, our Christmas is always like Thanksgiving part two ish. We've added we've added some other things in there because it's not the favorite of my daughter April. But anyway, I do love um, turkey and stuffing and all that good stuff. Take a break from my salads that I've been having for the last year. Um, so anyway, thanks for being here tonight. If you are new, make sure to comment, "Hey Deb," and let us. Oh, Deb, it's your last free card class of the year. Deb was our winner for 2023 at my open house. So she had free card kits all year. And next year is Frida. She won at my open house. So that's so exciting. So we've got a lot coming up. Oh, you're so sweet, Deb. And in the next week, what I will be doing is I will be getting my schedule all situated. And I like to put everything in my calendar, for the year out as far as project recipes and tool times and card classes, which I'll continue to do those on the last Tuesday of the month. So looking forward to 2024 with you. And as always, if you're watching and you didn't purchase a card kit, then you can do that on my website at DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. And even tonight's, I have a couple extra. In fact, one of our ladies on subscription, I don't think she's on yet. She said, "Oh, she got her kit all ready for tonight, and she said she loved it, and she wanted to know if I had an extra." And I do. I always make a few extra so that people that just want to experience one here, one there can. Hey, Anita. Hi, Jacqueline, Carol. Good to see everybody on tonight. I wasn't sure if this was going to be a good night for everyone, but maybe everyone's having a quiet evening at home after a weekend full of festivities. That's how it was at our house anyway. We had my son and daughter-in-law. They were able to be with us Saturday night. So we shifted everything. So our Christmas was actually Sunday and our Christmas Eve was Saturday. The rest of the world was doing that Sunday, Monday. Not the rest of the world, but those celebrate. And but we just moved it. And it worked out fine. We just pretended. And we woke up on Sunday morning and it was Christmas morning and we did our normal Christmas breakfast and opened the presents and did all the things. Just a day early. And let's see what's happening. Okay. My screen was like all weird blue, but I don't think it was for you. All right. So we do have an in the feed drawing tonight. So say, hey, if you haven't said hi already, say something in the comments. So you will be entered to win. So our little bot will catch you. Let's see. Looks like everybody who has commented is in the drawing so far. I just jumped over there to check. You may win. One lucky person is going to win $10 in CM credits. So you do have to be here to win. It is an in the feed drawing. So hang out. Okay, so just 3 seats available. Actually, I saw that someone registered today, so make that 2 seats available. I didn't upgrade this slide. So if you're wanting to attend Jumpstart January, do go to DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. That's going to bring you to December. You just arrow ahead to January, and then you're going to see Jumpstart January. And you can register for Friday only or Saturday only or both days. And we would love to see you. And on that note, I'm wearing this shirt, but I don't think you can see it. Okay, so you can sort of see it. But I happen to have a slide right here. So I did design fun shirts for Jumpstart January, since we are raising money for local veterans. The front says Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Scrappiness. So it's a fun scrapbooking shirt. And on the back, it says Scrappy Ladies Raising Money for Local Veterans, Daytona Area Scrapbooking. So all the money from that event goes to help local veterans through our Port Orange VFW post. They have a special fund that helps if there's a veteran who's in need. Yeah, isn't it fun, Deb? I wanted obviously something scrapbooky that we could wear any time of year. And since January, there's not necessarily any patriotic holidays. But since we are raising money for our veterans, normally it's more of a New Year celebration. And so we wear our black, silver, and gold. But since we've been doing this for the last few years at the VFW, I decided it would be fun to have a red, white, and blue shirt. So you can purchase the shirt. It's $25, no shipping. If I deliver it to you at Jumpstart January, there is an option if you'd like me. If you're not attending the event, you just love the shirt, you can definitely purchase it on my website, and it's just $5 for shipping. So yeah, so that's in my store right now at DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. You can go to the shop. You can wait till after the card class, and if you're attending the event and you want one, you can head over and purchase. And I will do a post, to my main Facebook page and on my next email that goes out. It'll be in there too, in case you forget. But obviously that's just a few weeks away. So we need to get those orders in quick. All right, those of you that participated in God Moments, and several of you that are watching right now did, we are starting that up again. So it's going to be for 10 Mondays starting January 22nd. And it's going to go through the Monday before Easter. So around the same time as it did last year. Last year we went through Easter. We went to Easter Monday. But that was hard for some folks that were traveling and seeing family and stuff on Easter. So I'm going to end it a week early. And so I hope that you can make it. If you have any questions, you can definitely message me about this study. There's a price if you have attended before. So it's cheaper if you've attended it before. And obviously we just love to have you as part of the discussion. And you can reread the book again and add to your list of God moments. So again, if the concept of a God moment is new to you, or if you just have questions about what the book is and what's involved, then you can reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer you. It's something that I've talked about and done for many years, although it was like 10 years since I had done an actual study, and I did it last year, and everyone that did it, I heard from a lot of people that went through it last year that they like me to have it again. So I'm doing it. We have a few more spots left for the retreat to the river on St. Simon's Island, Georgia. That's January 31st to February 4th, but actually you can choose to arrive on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So if you're able to spend those 5 days with us, we would love to have you. But if you need to, work and you can't cut out till Friday evening, that's fine too. And just come on up for the weekend. It's just over the Florida-Georgia line. It's the Brunswick exit, which is like exit 32. So it's very close into Georgia. From my house, from Port Orange, door to door, it's like 2.5. So it's it's an easier 2.5 than from here to Tampa. Let me just tell you that, or from here to South Florida. So it's an easy shot. And then, in case you haven't heard, this summer I'll have 3 retreats. Lakeland is in June, Brevard, North Carolina in July, and then immediately after is Helen, Georgia. So those of you that are interested in doing Brevard and Helen, the day Brevard ends, Helen begins. And they're like 2 hours from each other. So we can pack up for Brevard, drive on over to Helen, and hang out for the weekend. So more information on my website. You can go to memorymaniacs.com, which is still bringing you to my website. It just brings you to my retreat page. So if you're about the retreats, then you can just go to memorymaniacs.com and it'll take you right to my retreat page. And there is spot at all three of those right now. Many thanks if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's a great way for you to catch up on old videos and old content, and I have things arranged in playlists. So if you're interested in digital, you can go to Techie Tuesday. If you're interested in catching up on card classes, you can just go right to the card classes. So hopefully you find that easy. And as a reminder, if someone's watching and they haven't commented yet, make sure to comment, like, so that you are entered to win tonight. And if anyone is still waiting for orders from last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? Gosh, some sort of time warp happens at this time of year and I lose track. But Creative Memories, because of the different specials that they were having, they got behind on some things. Or probably the UPS got behind on some things because of the holidays. So anyway, I got my last boxes today. So if you're waiting on some things and you're wondering why I haven't billed you, well, of course I was waiting for me to get them. And so I'll be dropping them by your house in the next couple of days. Hello, Kathleen. Welcome. So I think it's time for us to get going on this card kit here. So let me switch over my cameras. And let me come down here a little bit. Oh boy, I had to touch this wire. Hopefully my cameras don't get all crazy on me. All right. So I've got my pile of tools over here and adhesives. I'm ready to go. I also have my little trimmer, which I do have on here as a potential tool to gather. I don't think you'll need it, but sometimes, like, as I'm prepping these, like, I forget to trim something, or I don't know. It's happened, so I just kind of leave it on there. So if you haven't done this before, or if you're just intrigued about what I do for card class, you can purchase the card kits on my website, DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. They will ship to you before the card class or get delivered if you're local and in town. I got some things from Tool Time on here. And you're going to just slide the whole kit out like this. And I'm going to go up a little bit so we can see a whole card. And then we are going to work from the top down. Oh, shoot. I do this all the time, don't I, everybody? Where on earth are my sample cards? Think. Oh, if only you could see what is going on around here. Okay, I need to eject from my seat really quick and grab my samples. How many times do I do this? Nearly every month. I mean, I do a card class every month. But how do I forget my samples? Ta-da! Oh, goodness. Your screen did not freeze. I needed to have some, interlude music when I have to step away like that. Sorry. All right. Whew. So the first card we're going to do is this congrats card. And this is one of those kits where I nearly lost my mind because once I start foiling, then I just feel like everything has to be foiled. And it's so beautiful. And these card kits do not translate in photos. And I always am like, oh, people don't like this card kit. But those of you that have your hands on it, and now you can see with the light catching it, I think this is such a beautiful kit. And it was very time consuming to put together because of these foil. So they're all hand foiled for you. And so they are beautiful, I think, if I do say so myself. All right, so first thing we're going to do is fold this base, and we're doing this card, this congrats card. It's got the 2 hearts on it. So our November card kit was kind of a Christmas card kit, which I never do, but I did this year. So this is not like Valentine's by any mean. I think I've definitely had, there's a red, white, and blue kind of thing going on. I definitely had Jumpstart January on my mind, I think. And I didn't want it to be all red, red hearts, love, because not everyone needs cards like that. But this, I can see now that you might even want to change your orientation if the fact that heart, I don't see how you would, bother you. So the hearts are kind of dancing all over the page. Since you can't really see what's going on, it doesn't really bother me, but you might want to orient it depending on where you're putting your these little gold hearts. And as an option, of course, you could always flip it to the other side, but that doesn't have the foil and it's blue. So anyway, it's not all red roses and hearts like that. I did try to mix it up, as I do, just like with the Christmas. I had like a December birthday, and a thinking of you, and some different things. So this is not like a standard, oh, hearts, lovey-dovey. We've got a congratulations. The next one just says loads of love, sending paper hugs. Hope your day is picture perfect, and life hurts, love helps. So that's what we're doing today. All right. So after you put down your background and your other background, you can lay down this heart. Now I did put it right in the middle of this, and we're going to come in and we're going to add some bling. Then I added these hearts down here at the bottom, and then we're going to piece in this dark. So you're not going to see the different, cuts of paper and different things through the hearts. So I am just using my precision point. Yes, Anita, so true. Yeah, I mean, I send lots of, sending hugs cards and stuff. People are going through it. So it's nice to have those. In fact, a couple Januaries ago, oh, that was lovely. Good thing it dries clear. I just moved my embellishment there. A couple years ago, I decided I wanted to send a letter every day in January. And so I needed some sending hugs and sending love and a variety of things. All right, so then we're going to just piece back in this red cardstock here. And then we're going to open up our little bling bag. And it's hard to tell, maybe you can see it, but there are gold, and there are actually, okay, there's just 2 little blue ones, and they actually go on the next card. So they're only going to cause confusion for a couple minutes, those blue ones. So I like to just cut open my bag. If you like to save these little bags, more power to you. I meant to grab tweezers. So I'm going to pre-dot. I'm going to go 3 over here on this side and 2 over here on this side. And I maybe was a little bit too close to the edge. So you saw me, I just wiped it off, and I meant to grab tweezers or a gem picker upper. I have both of those tools and somehow sat down with neither, but I'm not going to leave you again. Sometimes I get enough residual precision point adhesive on my fingers that they're a little tacky, and then I can manipulate my gems like that. It's not ideal, but for today it works. Okay, so we go like that. And so this would be a fun wedding card. I think I already said that. I randomly need those at this stage of the game. Let's see, those gems could have been on a little straighter. I can still manipulate them. They haven't gotten on there super. And these are kind of low. Apparently I can't see it when I'm sitting right over it, but when I see it on the screen, I realize what's going on. All right, so that was it. That's it. That's super easy. This was another fun one with a little wagon cut. So you should have two. You should have a wagon and you should have a handle to your wagon. And then you should have 4 hearts, all different sizes. And then you do want to dig out your blue bling. It's dark blue bling. I see 1, I see 2 right there. So you want to dig those out. So the background is pretty much the same as the other card. So we're going to, it's two layer background. Let me put this up here so we can see it. And this is a landscape fold as the other one was. Using my bone folder there. I was so jazzed about my foiling that I even matched my nails to the foil. But you really can't see it. That's disappointing. I love this paper too. Now, I did not foil the paper. Hey, Lori. Just jump. We're on card 2. So just jump right into card 2. This is the first card that'll be on top of your stack, and you can come back to that one. So you want to do your wagon, and then there's a little, I see I went over it, but really I think you should go under it because there's a cute little, what's that? What are the things that hold things? Fastener, screw, bolt. Maybe it's a bolt. You can see the little bolt. And so you just want to attach those like that. Now this Loads of Love, yours is probably the size that was in my kit. Remember, I'm just working off a kit. I randomly take one, and I can see that it's longer. So you can go with what you got. If that feels a little long for you, you can always trim it down. That's why I always say to have some scissors. I'm just gonna go with what we got here. But as I was saying, I did not hand foil the paper. That is Creative Memories. Came that way. This is Creative Memories paper. They sure do make some beautiful paper. And I forget what it was called. It's like Dazzling Hearts, or I should know. I had to use many packs. Okay, this is so annoying that I don't have my little picker upper. All right, I'm gonna have, because the blue ones are even smaller. All right, what do I got around here? I have a pencil with an eraser, and that is gonna have to do. That worked much better than my finger. Okay, so I am kind of backing into this card a little bit, but I wanted to get that sentiment up there. So I did foil. Oh, why am I using this? I'm going to use my repositionable tape, not on my card, of course, because then the little pieces. But this kind of tiny little slats is perfect for this situation. So the sentiment I foiled, the paper I did not. Whenever I decide to use the foiled paper is when I can't help myself but to foil the sentiments. Oh, there went my bone folder to the ground. All right, so you're going to play with how you want to layer your hearts. So you can see on my sample, I decided I wanted the biggest heart to be in the back and to kind of touch that sentiment. And then you're just going to want to layer them in so that they are filling the wagon. So then I put the second smallest, or the third largest, and then I put the second largest one kind of on its side. And then the little baby one, I actually have it kind of like slipping through one of the little slats. So you can kind of play with them. Once you kind of get them how you want them, I know it sounds crazy. That's what I do. Like, I'm worried it might not fit. Then I kind of pull them out and do it all over again. Once I get all the spacing kind of figured out. And trying to make sure that all the little like spaces in the slats are filled so that it looks like a full wagon of hearts. We're sending loads of love to somebody. And I said, I'm just gonna kind of peek this through one of the slats. So that wagon is rolling along with all those little hearts. And I am very crooked tonight. That is for sure. And Merry Christmas to you, Lori. Just saw that you said that. Next up is our paper hugs. And just yell if I'm going too fast here. I know, Lori, I know you came in late. You're playing catch up. But if there's anyone else that's still struggling with wagon pieces, just let me know. Otherwise, we will start with our next. So this one stands up this way. Those are fun. I don't know. These ones also stand. I don't know. I find these ones don't, when you stand it this way, they just kind of fall over more. It could be me. It could be a personal problem. But I like it. What do we call this? Easel orientation. And yours probably does not have a hole in it, I don't think. Maybe it does. No, because that's not even this thing. This is just part of me playing around. So do not be alarmed. You should not have a hole. I'm special. How did I randomly pick that? Maybe you do have a hole. Let's put the hearts on upside down because I randomly picked this kit out of the box. So I feel like I've got the one I was supposed to get because I normally wouldn't send something like that confusing wise. All right, so you could switch them if you want. If you want the dark on the back and then this one, but let me just show you that we're going to have this white. And so I went back and forth with different playing, and that is a little white on white for me. You just don't see, it just doesn't pop, I don't think. So do make sure, well, you could do upside down hearts if you want. But if you don't mean to do upside down hearts, you might want to pay attention to that. Okay, so here's another situation where you may want to trim some of that off. You can see on my sample, it's much thinner. I am going to just trim this down a smidge. It actually fills up the card nicely to not. But I just finding it a little too thick. So I am going to trim that down so that it's a little thinner. And then this heart is going to go, you're going to layer. So the gold is on the bottom and then the bright red. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Layer those on top of each other. If I can. And then I'm going to center that on the stamp. I'm so late with getting my cards out. I just bought holiday stamps today. It's okay. My dad's been here since December 8th, so that I'm trying to extend some grace to myself because things are not happening in a timeline I'm used to. Is that a good way to say that? All right, so again, I'm crooked. Apparently I need a V8 today. And thankfully our adhesive is a little forgiving. Actually, I feel like this whole thing is crooked, but that's okay. And then I'm going to use 4 of these little gold gems to put in the corners. So everything else is stuck down. So I'm going to go ahead and use my pencil eraser here again, since my real tools are, oh boy, you've been working so well, pen. Let's not act up. You're a good backup substitute for the real deal. Now I can't get them to cooperate in the right direction. And all right. Now, all of these cards, of course, I never have to give anyone permission to go off-road, change things up. Do you? So most of the papers that I use are reversible. You can flip, you got choices. You can flip one side to the other. You can have it open different ways. You can arrange your embellishments however you like. If you don't like the way that I did it, or if you just like to be different. That is our sending paper hugs. We're just flying through these, and then that makes me worry that I'm going too fast. So this card is our next card, and this will kind of be our fun fold. From down here, you can't really see those foil hearts, which I did not do. I just did the hope your day is picture perfect sentiment in foil to match. So make sure that you get all of these pieces for the next card, and the bottom is scored for you. So the first thing you want to do is look for that score. And of course my camera dims because I've got a light colored sheet and I want to, well, okay, there. See the score? All right, so just make sure you look for that score and you're going to fold there, and they do not match. The other part of that you should also have, and we're going to turn that sideways. But before we attach that, you're going to want to put your navy down. And then these pieces are the same piece, but you make sure you're using the right one. So one piece has this little slit in it, and that is the piece that's going to go on the front, because you are going to stick your sentiment into this slit like that. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I was thinking of it like as a picture, like a, you know, that was kind of the inspiration because it's picture perfect. But you're going to want to stick it down. Although you could like tuck some money in there too. That would be fun. And then this piece is going to go here, and you see it butts right up against, not right up against, it goes slightly underneath this piece here, so that you don't see the seam. Then you're going to have a little surprise when they open it, this little camera. And I'm going to touch it to the blue. So it'll be completely covered, and then it's a little to go along with our little picture theme. Okay, so let's attach this navy first so we don't have to keep up with that anymore. And then we're going to attach these hearts. And I'm not using this pretty foiled side on this one, just to add some contrast there. And then I'm going to use my repositionable tape here to cover this camera. And right on the edge, do that. And so now it's covered. Surprise! All right, so you can do like this, where you can slip that inside, so it's how you like it. And then you can add your adhesive, and you can add some right to where they come together so it overlaps, and that'll keep it in place as you stick it down here. And that is white on white on white, but on top of that navy and the blue, I think it looks pretty sweet. Oh, look at what I did. Just what I was going to tell you. Make sure not to do that. Okay, because we don't want to seal this card shut, do we? No, we do not. So do not put your adhesive out on that edge. And if you do, like me, you're going to want to rub that off with some clean hands. Okay, so we want to make sure that our adhesive does not go past this point right here. So I just kind of, I'm eyeballing it, and you want it to be the same amount of navy, top and bottom and side. And then you'll have the same out here. So that piece is going in there centered, but you do not want to put adhesive out here. I'm sorry if if my mistake led you astray, because the whole time I'm thinking, oh, don't forget to tell them that. And then we're going to add 4 of the gold gemstone. Should be your last 4. You maybe have an extra. And Jacqueline gave me these cute little trays so I can shake these darn things. I'm just a mess this week. Always. Come on. There we go. So after we put those on, then I'll kind of, like I said, it is nice that the adhesive dries clear. Goes on blue, dries clear. It's hard to see on the navy over the camera, but hopefully in front of you, you like the way that looks. I hope your day is picture perfect. Now that could be for a variety of things, really. It could be for lots of different occasions. That's right, Anita. And our last card, and don't forget your envelopes. Is this one. It's been a long time since I've done a card with these little band-aids, which I think are adorable. And I wanted to use them. So I have Life Hurts, Love Helps. And so maybe you have a friend that you want to send that to. Now, don't lose your little blue heart here. There's a couple of tiny pieces. And then these pieces need to be cut apart, either with a trimmer or with scissors. You're just going to, they should be spaced so that you can go right down the middle and get those. Or you might want to go a little thinner. So I'm going to go ahead and make my Band-Aid first. So you've got the gold adhesive part, and then you're going to attach the little white square here to the middle, and then you're going to attach your little navy heart. Come here, pen. Now I need one of those pickup tools that I gave away. I have one of those too. That would be perfect for this little Band-Aid. All right, so I'm going to let that dry over here while I fold my background. Oh, I dropped my, that's right. I have no idea where my bone folder is. It clanged to the floor. Now, this, you have options too. You could go with this. You could go the foil on the back. But again, I like the dark, and then I like the foil on top, as I did with the sample. And we're going to get to rip the heart, which sometimes stresses people out. Don't be stressed about that. All right. And okay, so what I did was I just kind of tore this like lobe of the heart off. It's not perfectly straight across. It kind of goes down. There's really, no right way, wrong way to do it. You're just gonna rip it. And then I kind of pieced it back together, and then we're going to hold it together with the Band-Aid. So you're just going to tear it, but then put it back together. So you want to have it just so that you can see, obviously, that it's torn. And then we're going to add the tape to it. Now you could play with how, if you do it like this, you're going to cover over. You could do it more like this if you want it to mirror, you know, what's going on with those rows of hearts, although there's also hearts on the diagonal. So whatever looks good to you. And then you're going to put your life hurts, love helps. And then I'm going to just tuck the corner of that underneath that blue heart. And then make sure it's evenly spaced around the edge. And then this one, I think I'm going to take off maybe some from the sides. Just, oh, that was good. That was totally out of your view. I'm just taking off a tiny bit, and I should be using a trimmer because I am crooked tonight. I am so off. I just didn't want to cover the whole heart with that. And so maybe you have somebody that's, well, maybe they just had heart surgery, or maybe they got their heart broken, or maybe just whatever. Maybe they're heartbroken about a loss of a person or a pet. And in fact, maybe I'll send this to my niece. She just had to put her puppy down. Not a puppy. This is an older dog that had a tumor, but that doesn't make it any easier. So that is that. Let's see. That's it. For the amount of foiling I did, boy, those cards sure came together quick. Let's enjoy them as a group. Okay. So if you're watching and you didn't get a card kit and you like to purchase, you definitely can. And if you loved it so much you'd like to have another one, you can do that too. You can just reach out, or you can order them on my website. However, if you order them on my website one-off and you're not part of the subscription, you're going to pay $30. But if you get them, if you're on subscription, they're just $25 for your second one because you're on subscription. So you can just reach out to me personally if you're on subscription and you'd like another one. All right. Well, that is it. Let me switch around this camera. Hello. And if you weren't on in the beginning, look for a post about the Jumpstart shirts. I'm wearing it now. It's royal blue and says life, liberty, and the pursuit of scrappiness. And on the back it says Scrappy Ladies raising money for local veterans. So they are in my website right now. You can purchase them. Whether or not you're attending Jumpstart January, you can certainly purchase them. If you're already registered for Jumpstart January, I will deliver it on Friday of Jumpstart January, and we'll wear them all on Saturday. Unless, of course, you're only attending Friday, and then you can wear it then. So I hope you all have a wonderful new year. I cannot wait to see you in the Scrappy New Year. Next Tuesday, I'm not sure what we should be having a project recipe, and it's not posted yet. So look for that information to be posted in an email and on my Facebook page. And I'll be laying out the whole year this week and weekend. I guess I'm working, as many of you are. So thank you so much for another wonderful scrappy year full of cards and laughter and friends and fundraising and scrapbooking and picture taking and memory making and all that fun stuff. I am so lucky to and blessed to do and grateful that I get to do what I do. So I thank you all for another year of fun. Oh, wait, I need to do a drawing. I'm ready to say goodbye. Whew. Don't hop off. Hopefully no one you guys all knew. You're like, what is she doing? Is she giving something away? All right, let's see who our lucky winner is. Carol. Carol Kaywood, are you still on? Did she hop off? Carol, are you on? Hello, Carol. Yay! Congratulations, Carol. Let's see. I'm not sure how you want these points, but you can use them for adhesive or for printing on CM. So I will wait to talk to you before I send you those CM credits. But congratulations, Carol. Thanks for being on here. Thanks to all of you, all of y'all for being on here. And again, thank you for a wonderful year. Can't wait to see you in 2024. If you missed the beginning, don't forget to go back and watch those announcements. God Moments coming back in 2024, starting the end of January, and also shirts for Jumpstart January. And I think that's it. Oh, and Helen and Brevard, all those good things. So go back and watch the beginning if you missed those announcements. And I thank you all for being on here. Until I see you again, stay scrappy, my friends. Bye-bye.